Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Blackout here. Today, I'm just going to create a video about my office space, give you guys a little bit of a tour on what I do, how I do it, and what I'm using to do it with. So, this video is kind of like in three sections, starting from the left of the room to the other side of the room, all the way to my main PC setup back here. So, let's get right into it. I'm starting from the left to the right. So the way this room is set up is that I have it from the DJing side to the production side and then the productivity side. So let's start with the DJ side. So right over here, we got some artwork by my man Mike from Philly. Shout out to Mike, shout out to everybody in the 215. But yeah, this is what I like to collect, a little bit of artwork, and this is a custom piece by my boy Mike. Shout out to Dream Free, you go check him out. And then right beneath that, I have just a little stand that houses a lot of my little products, along with a Neewer light that's RGB. Just kind of use it for a background when I'm shooting videos of my main setup, which we'll get into in just a moment. But yeah, so right here we got the Zoom gimbal. Couple extra lenses over here, and then we also have down here a drone. Pardon me, I haven't had lunch today, so I probably need to go get lunch right after this. But yeah, I use this little area right here as a charging base, and I also have right there just a little printer, just little business stuff that you may need to do. This is the business area. Then right over here, I have this custom IKEA stand along with a little tabletop. And I built this on casters because I wanted to be able to move this thing around. But I primarily built this for what we see on top of here, which is my DJing setup. So this is my turntables and my laptop. To power everything, I'm currently using the Asus Zephyrus G15 laptop. This is what I run Serato off of. If you're familiar with the DJing world, Serato is what I use. But shout out to everybody else who might use Tractor or something like that. But Serato is what I've been using for the last, decade or longer. And I also got my SSDs down here as well, and just a little hub to plug in all of these items into this laptop. And then right over here, this is where the bread and butter comes from. Now, if you guys don't know, I am a professional DJ. I DJ for athletes, celebrities, corporations, you name it. I used to do clubs back in the day, but I kind of, veered away from doing clubs. Not my thing anymore. But I do them occasionally when they call me. But yeah, so this is the DJ setup. Right here, what we're running is the Technics 1210 M5Gs. Now, by the way, I've had a lot of this equipment for years, so some of it may be discontinued, so you might not see a link for it in the bio at all, in the bio section or description section of this video. But keep in mind though, I know some of this stuff is expensive. I've been collecting these items for at least 10 to 15 years. So, I mean, you don't have to get it all in one day. But anyway, let's get back to it. Got my Technics 1210 M5Gs here running on Serato, so I got my Serato control vinyl. And then I also have these on Technics head shells with the M447s by Shure. Now, you might also notice if you're a DJ, these needles do not exist anymore. They discontinued them along with these turntables, which are discontinued. So like I said, I've had these for years, but because this is discontinued right here, I currently use the Phase DJ controllers to basically not have to use the needles and still get the performance that I'm looking for on the go. Now, this is my home setup. I do have a different setup for when I'm on the go sometimes. This is just my practice, my streaming, my recording area. And if you notice here, more artwork up there. But I also have this little stand for my overhead shots on the turntables. And this is by Elgato. I got a lot of mountable Elgato stands and things of that nature in this office, and you'll see more and more of that as we go through this video. But yeah, so running the turntables into a mixer, the mixer that I'm using is the Rain 70. This is one of my newer mixers. My old mixer, which I have put away, which was the TTM 57. If you understand DJing, that was the first Serato mixer. That was my first love. And so I stuck with Rain ever since. So moving right along here, I do have a MacBook here. This is my old MacBook. Still got things like old footage on here and things of that nature, but for the most part, this is used as a backup in case that laptop stops working for whatever reason, which it hasn't, but if it does, this is used as a backup, or I can use this to, you know, live stream and take some of the pressure off of that laptop and put it on to this laptop. All right, so moving along here, we got some more artwork up here. Shout out to Basquiat. I don't know why people think that's Cam Newton. I think that's funny. But no, this is Jean-Michel Basquiat, a replica, big fan of his work. And then moving along here, more things on IKEA shelves and drawer spaces. Then we also got lamps back there, which is RGB controlled with Philips Hue. Everything in this place that I have is powered by Philips Hue and also voice activated. So just got some desk items down here, little shelves to be able to, you know, store, drawers to be able to store things, a little warmer to keep my coffee warm in the mornings when I'm drinking coffee. Then I got my chargers over here for my controllers. I'm still rocking the PS4, didn't go up to the PS5 yet. PlayStation, holla at your boy. If you want to send a PS5 over, come on, let's do it. You already work with my mans. My mans is sponsored by PlayStation. Look at your boy. Shout out to PG, by the way, and the Clippers. So anyway, Xbox over here as well by Microsoft. I used to work for Microsoft. I didn't get any of this stuff for free. I did get some stuff for free by Microsoft, but not this stuff. Anyway, got my Xbox there, got my Nintendo Switch there. This is basically all my gaming setup, and it runs directly into this entire PC setup over here, which we're about to get into right now. So at this PC, what I'm able to do is live stream, record content, multiple camera angles, play video games, more importantly, make music, because that's what I do for a living. And now edit YouTube videos, because this is also what I'm trying to add to my arsenal as well. So thank you guys for watching. So right now, let's start off with the microphone. The microphone I'm running here is the Rode Procaster. It's an XLR mic, and I have it running into a audio interface, and we'll get over to that in a second. But if I move right along over here, I got the Elgato key lights, which I use for streaming. Again, a lot of Elgato products in this video, trust me. And this video is not sponsored by anybody. I pay for this with all of my own money. So right here, we have my studio monitors, which are the Tannoy Reveals 502A, I believe. I bought these when I worked at Guitar Center probably about a decade ago or longer. And they've been reliable ever since. Got my cell phone here, nothing crazy, just the Galaxy S22 Ultra, I believe it is. I also have my Galaxy tablet right here, which I use as a third monitor. It is a tablet, it's not a monitor, and I can show you how I use that. If you guys want to know how I use that, go ahead and drop a comment down in the video how I get my tablet to be set up as a monitor. I am using an app called Super Display, which isn't free, but it's worth it, and it's really inexpensive. I only paid probably about like $5 for it or something like that. But anyway, that's what I'm using to power that display. And then along over here, I have another Elgato stand, and that's going all the way to my overhead camera. And this camera is the Sony A5100 with the kit lens, nothing crazy here. But yeah, this is what I use to get that overhead shot. As you can see right there, that's how it looks. And then coming down along here, I have my Loop Deck CT, which I use to edit videos. And I made a video about this. Go ahead and check it out. I'll put it down in the description. But I did make a video about all of the peripherals, my top 5 favorite peripherals that I use, and this is one of them. Then I also have my Logitech keyboard here. This is the Lightspeed keyboard 10 keyless G915 TKL. And all of this is on, I'm sorry, I didn't even mention the desk. So the desk that I'm using actually is, I believe it's by a company called Apex. I bought this thing a long time ago, back in 2016. It is a sit-stand desk. I can adjust the height of it at my leisure. I work in the tech industry too. So this is how I like to have things because this is what I was used to working in, you know, offices like Microsoft and ZipRecruiter and those different places. So anyway, and then I also mounted this custom little sliding shelf under here. And this shelf basically is for a little MIDI keyboard when I don't want to be at the other part of the office. I just want to create something really quickly. This is the keyboard by Native Instruments. So you'll see a lot of Native Instruments stuff in this video because I do love Native Instruments products. They're really quality. They're not cheap, but they'll last you a long time like everything else in this office does. So that's what I have here along with some stickers. Also got my headphone hooks down here. And if you notice right here for my, this is a HDMI matrix. This is how I get all of my consoles running into here, run into the capture card into my PC, and it'll go directly into here where I can play and switch through different games. And I might show you guys some B-roll. I might show you guys some B-roll of how I do that. But anyway, got other headphones here. This right here is the DAC for my wireless headphones by SteelSeries, which you can also see right here. Cable management isn't the best, but I actually do use this space, and considering how much stuff I have on this desk, it's pretty damn good if you ask me. So the main things here, let's get to the monitors. And again, this video is going to be long because I have so many items and I just didn't even want to shoot a formatted video where I got a script and everything because it's just going to take too long to do that. And I just kind of want this to free flow and I want you guys to chill with me. So anyway, right here I have this Asus monitor. I'll put a link in the description. It's the Asus Predator. I've had it for quite some time as well. And then down here I have this LG Ultra Gear monitor. Both monitors run high refresh rates, 160 plus hertz. I like the 16:9 for when I'm gaming and streaming. And this one's good for content creation or if I'm just gaming without streaming, if I'm playing like RPG games and stuff like that. It's perfect for that. But it's kind of hard to stream in the 21:9 aspect ratio versus a 16:9 aspect ratio. So that's why I have this as a secondary monitor, and that's my primary monitor. Over to the right, we have another camera, and we have it set up actually on a custom built stand that I made. But right here I have a teleprompter, and this is my Canon M50 Mark II, and the teleprompter that I have along with the little camera monitor that I have to be able to monitor myself. I think a guy named Caleb Pike, if I'm not mistaken, is giving me this idea on his YouTube channel. Shout out to him, go ahead and check him out. But yeah, so this is my rendition of that setup. So if you look here, we're recording here and I can see myself. And this is how I would do it for Zooms when I'm having meetings with clients. I can look them eye to eye and you know, get that nonverbal communication and close a deal, man. So anyway, another monitor over here, a little bit of a candle. But this piece right here is underrated and powers the entire thing. If you're a music producer or recorder, you know what this is. This is the Apollo Twin. This is the USB version because I am using Windows 11. And it works perfectly well. So if you're out there wondering what kind of interface you can get, this thing is a beast and everything runs through here. And vocal recordings sound great. Right next to it, I have a headphone amp. And then I have my mouse right here, which is another Logitech mouse. This is the G502 wireless Lightspeed. And I did show you guys this keyboard earlier, but what I didn't show you down here is this ATEM Mini. Now, my setup over here isn't running through this ATEM like you would think it is. It's just something that I had laying around and was something extra that I had. And what I'm doing with this is I'm using this laptop to live stream and take the load off of that PC. So just an additional piece that I have. Now, all of these cameras that I have here are running through a capture card, not this capture card by Elgato, but through a capture card that I have. That's not by Elgato, by ATEM, Blackmagic. I'm not running all of my cameras through there. I'm actually running all of my cameras through my Elgato capture card, which is in there. I don't know if you can see it. I have two Elgato capture cards. One's for the gaming and one is for all of my camera inputs. And I'm able to control all of that through my Elgato Stream Deck, where I can go ahead and change the scenes of everything if I want to. Then I also got some wireless headphones with a wireless chargers right there. Nothing crazy. My Amazon device, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to activate it. But you guys know what that is. Nothing crazy here. And I guess the crux of this, what powers everything, is this PC. Now this is the thing that I need to upgrade again. Also have another camera up here. This is my M200 by Canon. This is my third camera angle. If you look here, you can kind of see what it looks like. Third camera angle right there. So I got A cam, B cam, overhead C cam. And so right down here in the computer, what we have is, okay, let's start with the processor. I'm running a 3950X by AMD. Now I also have a 1080 Ti in here, which I want to upgrade my graphics card, or maybe this whole PC, but I want to upgrade it all to maybe a 4090 or something like that, just to get more power, maybe, have more of ability to stream off one PC instead of using a dual PC setup. NZXT Kraken for the cooler for the CPU. All of the fans are by Corsair, and the RAM is by Corsair too. And I also have about 32 gigs of RAM in here. Little Rubik's Cube, been doing those since I was in high school. Fun fact, I like Rubik's Cubes. All right, and then moving on to the right side of the room, which is the production side now. So I am a classically trained violinist, but I also just like to make beats, hip hop beats, EDM, dance, whatever the case may be. This is where I get the production side done, and it all runs into here. Again, cable management isn't the best, but man, I have a lot of stuff in here and it's really hard to manage. Right above that, I have my TV, which is a Sony 4K HDR TV. It's a Bravia. I got it maybe in about 2018, brand new. It's a 65-inch TV. Works really well. Play my video games on there. Watch, my Apple TV content on there. And then, so right here, what I'm using for my production side, this is the Maschine Studio, again, by Native Instruments. Love their products. I'm also using the Komplete Kontrol S61 Mkii. Love this thing. I'm going to do reviews on all of this stuff, by the way, because every one of these items in here can have its own video. This is the Microkorg. I got this while at Guitar Center as well. Got this used. Really good. I mean, they use this thing on Daft Punk records. I think I just heard a Gnarls Barkley record that had a patch preset directly from here yesterday. I was just like, oh, you know what? I know that sound. It's directly from this keyboard. Classic machine. The greats of Jay Dilla and so many other people used it, and I just had to have it in my arsenal. And I got a really good deal on it, so it was sweet. And then over here to the right, I am an Ableton user. That's all I use to produce. So I have the Ableton Push 2 right here. Didn't get the new Ableton Push that just came out, and I probably won't, because it's just, I don't really need it, right? It's not a really big upgrade. They could have done better. But anyway, that's my opinion. We can do a review or discuss that as well. I'm pretty sure like people like Bolo and all these people on YouTube are talking about it. But to each their own. It's a great product. I wouldn't, don't need to upgrade. They really make good products that last a long time. Shout out to Ableton. Music stand up there with my violin essential books. This is what I do use to practice my scales and things of that nature. Then, all right, moving along right over here. We got a little whiteboard where I get my ideas from. Like right now, I'm working on a sugar-free and DJ quick mix. And then there's some events that I might have coming up or things that I might need to schedule. And then over here, another shelf here. This shelf is for just miscellaneous items, like my house keys, stuff like that, cleaning supplies. I did build this Raspberry Pi, which has a bunch of emulators on there to be able to play games. We got remotes down here. In the next shelf over, we got our Apple TV 4K, our PS4. Hey Sony, come on. Send me that PS5, man. Another Nintendo Switch. Old laptop, another laptop, and some controllers by 8BitDo, which I love their products as well. More 8BitDo products down here. And then this cool thing right here is actually a all-in-one stand, another Caleb Pike inspired stand. So on this stand, I have the Neewer SL60W light. I think that's discontinued as well. And I also have this going into an Aperture Light Dome Mini. And yeah, that's what I use to diffuse my light when I'm shooting talking head videos facing that direction. I use that. Also, the camera that I'm using right now to record this video is the Canon M6 Mark II. And I will usually have it mounted over here on this right here. And then I'll also have like my tablet right there where I'm able to monitor myself or read through my script. And a microphone here, which is the Takstar microphone. Now, I don't always use that. I primarily just use what I'm using right now, which is the Rode Wireless Go. But when I want to, sometimes I can just use that microphone as a shotgun mic. And this is all on one stand. I don't remember the brand of this stand. I'll try to find it and put the link in the description. Then moving over here, we got another tripod for my camera. This is by Manfrotto. This is the first tripod I ever got. I don't use it as much, but sometimes I do, and it still comes in handy. Still a great tripod. This was a bass guitar that was gifted to me. This is by Dean. I don't use it, to be honest with you. I'm not a bass player, but I can always take a note and sample it and play it on the keyboard. Back here is a turntable case. This is where I keep my smaller setup from this when I want to travel and be portable. Let's say I want to do a wedding or something like that and I don't need a big rig. This is what I'll bring with me. And then to the back of the room, I also have my green screen mounted up here. Another Elgato product where I can just bring the green screen down if I want to and shoot some shots there. Just take it down, and I would say that's pretty much it. I mean, but we're 22 minutes into this video. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I wanna give a review of all of these products, but I don't know where to start. So maybe you guys can help me out and let me know what you would like to see. Shout out to the music producers out there. I definitely wanna record some content for you guys. And shout out to my tech people out there. I worked in the tech industry for over 10 years too. This is how I've afforded a lot of this stuff along with DJing. And I wanna make some content for you guys as well. So, hey, if you guys wanna see more content like this or want any details about what I'm using, drop some questions down in the comment section. Like and subscribe to me. I'm still trying to blow up this YouTube channel. But until next time, you guys have a good one. Peace.